No matter how much we try, we can't get that green little monster off our back. We constantly compare ourselves to others and even to our own self. We compare how attractive we are, how beautiful we are, if we're sexy or not, where we are in a career, if we are farther up on the corporate ladder or farther down. We compare finances, our relationships, our friendships. There's pretty much not one sector of our life that we don't compare. I'm going to use this video, guys, to teach you how, first of all, how to stop comparing yourself. Not only to others, but also to your own self. And second of all, I'm going to use this video to explain why is it completely normal to compare yourself to others on an evolutionary level. Now, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to introduce yourself in the comment sections below. My name is Olympia. I have a degree in cognitive neuroscience and art history. And what I like to do, I like to dissect that pretty little brain of yours and see what makes you tick, but also makes you talk. So before I go on, make sure to help a girl out by smashing that subscribe button and ringing that bell so you guys get notified when I make my videos every Thursday. And let's start. First of all, what I want to emphasize in this video is that comparing yourself to others and even yourself is completely normal. Yes, it's not good when it's done on an excessive level, but there's nothing wrong with you if you compare yourself. Because comparing yourself to others is what brought us here as a species, evolutionary, but is also what brought you here from an infant to an adult, or whatever age you are watching this video. So in all my videos, I like to combine the mind and the brain. I like to use both science, psychology, and everything in the mix. So, the social comparison theory was proposed in 1954 by Leon Festinger. And basically it meant that we tend to evaluate ourselves usually by comparing ourselves to others. Now think about it, guys. It makes sense because if you're a toddler and you're seeing another kid walking and you're looking at yourself and you're like, hey, that looks cool, I'm not walking. You're automatically comparing yourself to that toddler that just learned how to walk. So what are you going to do? You're going to push yourself and you're going to try to learn how to walk. And this is something that is done on a subconscious level constantly around us. We see something, we automatically compare what we see to what we have and what we're doing, and we try to strive for it. But there's something called the compare and despair effect. I've spoke about this in my other video. I will link it below also. And that is when we start comparing, and instead of using that comparison as a positive thing to push us towards going forward and getting better results and being what we are comparing, we take it as a negative thing and we despair on the fact that I will never be like this, or I do not have this. And of course, this term was coined and exploded during the social media boom. Because what better way to despair by comparing yourself on all the platforms with everyone's hand-picked selected moments, highlighted moments of their life. So we use comparative thinking as a learning mechanism. There are numerous psychological studies out there, psychosocial studies out there showing that comparison thinking plays a huge role in a person's perception of the world as a whole, but also in their development. One study that I really liked, let me know if you found this interesting or if it's just me being nerd alert. So when we compare, when we do anything, our brain lights up, a specific part lights up, a neural pathway, little road. And when scientists found that whatever these people were comparing themselves, they found the region of the brain that lit up. Now, when it came to things such as attractiveness, financial status, height, which I did not expect, people's brains lit up and they started comparing themselves to that attractiveness, to that height, to that financial status, without anyone ever asking them. So this is what I mean when I'm saying that it's almost embedded in our genetic makeup to compare ourselves to others to make ourselves better. So how do you stop comparing? So this is the thing. I'm not going to show you how to stop comparing yourself, because that's me going against your nature. But I'm going to show you how to compare yourself in an effective way to get the results you want in a positive way and without bringing in what I mentioned before, the compare and despair effect. So first of all, why are we so comparison junkies? The reason why we're comparison junkies is because we love that dopamine hit, that happy feeling that comes with when we're comparing ourselves to someone else and the result is positive. So if I feel that I'm more attractive than another girl, I get that dopamine hit, ping. If I'm making more money than someone else, again, I get that dopamine hit. And all this reward is what we get addicted to. But at the same time, if we are comparing ourselves to someone and we realize that we are beneath, quote unquote, beneath, so we find ourselves, let's say, less attracted than this person, or we're making less amount of money, then that's when we start despairing. So one way to effectively manage your comparison and how to stop comparing yourself in a negative way is actually write down what are the things that you are comparing. Are you comparing someone's career? Are you comparing someone's body, their looks, their house, their children, their lifestyle, their family? What is it that is making you crave and go into this comparison mode? And once you've pinpointed these, start implementing active steps of how to fix it, how to minimize, let's say, the gap you feel like you have between the person that you're comparing yourself with and yourself. So for example, me, when I first started YouTube, I started with a very small number of subscribers. Just like now, I'm not a big YouTuber. And what I did is that I took the big shots, or the people that were in my niche, and I saw and I managed to pinpoint what is it that I was comparing myself to. Was it the lighting? Was it the audio quality? Was it the how close the camera is? How they communicate? The topics? I'm interested in launching my first online course, so I would look at people that have launched their online courses and what was their digital marketing strategy. Even though I'm comparing myself to them, and even though I may despair at the fact that I'm not there yet, I am taking active steps every single day, learning how to become better and closer to what I think I am comparing myself to. So basically, you have to stop looking around and start looking up. The other food for thought for you guys is treat your life as an Instagram feed with a splash of Tinder. So compare and despair, like I mentioned, was coined and was huge, during the social media boom. But Instagram is basically, or Facebook, Pinterest, but let's put Instagram now, is basically the hand-picked filtered moments of someone's life. Literally, there's a section on Instagram called highlights, and you can go through that person's life and see what are the best moments. So you have to start treating your life like that. You have to start, even though you're seeing things that you think are better, that you think that you want to achieve, that you are comparing yourself to, know that not everything is what it seems. And when I say with a splash of Tinder, don't focus on keeping that comparison and that negative thing in front of you. Just swipe right or left. Someone really needs to tell me which side they swipe. So just swipe and be like, nope, I'm not comparing myself at this moment. This has nothing to do with me. It's just going to have a negative effect. Another thing is learn to love your passion, not your ego. I mentioned this in my Compare and Despair video also. The thing is that one of the reasons why we love to compare ourselves with others is because we want to soothe our ego. And when we are not at the level that the others are, our ego is hurt. So we get into this battle, and instead of trying to become better and learning to fall in love with our passion and what we're doing and not what we're comparing ourselves to, we end up involving ourselves in this ego battle and forget to love our passion and forget to remind ourselves why we started this, why we are doing this. Whether it's a career, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, sometimes we forget what the roots and why we started it, and we start focusing on comparing it to other things around us. So this was the kind of controversial part of this video, that it's okay to compare yourself to others. It's natural, like I said, evolutionary wise, it's natural. It is what makes you a better human being every single day. It what makes each day a learning experience. But sometimes we use it many times we use it in a negative way. So take this video and find how to use your comparison superpower in a positive way. Now, I hope these methods helped you. Let me know in the comments below, what is the most common thing you compare yourself to? What is the most common thing that you envy in other people? Now, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Give me a huge thumbs up to make Mom Algorithm love me. Ring that bell for your weekly Thursday videos. And of course, as always, guys, share this video with someone who needs to know how to manage and compare themselves in a positive way. And that's it, folks.